Nurturing relationships is a talk today. It's, as some of you, we were chatting informally earlier, were saying this is the need of the hour. Relationships. Because common thing what we are experiencing today is depression, loneliness, low self-esteem. These are the most common problems that I have experienced in the several years of work in the field of mental health. So many people you see today, even if those of you who are attending spiritual lectures, we talk about this being the age of Kali Yuga, where everything is on the downside, everything is going down. Whether you talk about pollution, you see everything outside, there's a lot of negativity in the environment going out. And that negativity is coming into every person. Human beings, we are all affected with this malaise of stress and strain. And it affects us in our relationship with our own selves. When we talk about relationships, we talk about two entities, you and vis-a-vis another person or another institution. It can be anything. But the first and foremost relationship that you have is with your own self. So when we talk about nurturing relationships, what is it? What is your relationship with yourself? What are you doing towards your own self? Are you keeping yourself a happy person, productive person? Are you looking after yourself? Do you care for yourself? Are you neglecting yourself? These are some of the questions that you should ask yourself. And I think you all are doing a good job of looking after yourself. Because all of you, I can see there's some radiance in each of you. There's positivity that I experience in each of you. So I must tell you that you're doing a good job of having a good relationship with your own selves. Yeah? Because otherwise, when I have attended some spiritual lectures and all that, even Adi Shankara, one of the verses that he says in Bhaj Govindam, he says, Balastavat Kridavasakta. And in the youth, you have passions. And old age is full of worries and anxieties. But when I see all of you, I feel very heartened and very motivated that many of you being senior citizens, there's a lot of positivity in all of you and energy. And so you've made it on a rainy day to come and attend this talk. Yeah? So the first step in every relationship is yourself. Once you have fulfilled your duty, so-called, towards yourself, in keeping yourself up and about, energetic, happy, cheerful, productive, then you go out and relate to objects and beings in the world. Starting from your family. Family is the first place. Primary relationships are formed there. It starts with your relationship with your own parents, and when you're married and all, you start your own family. It's your own relationships with your spouses, with your children, all these relationships. So this is the way the cycle moves of nurturing relationships. When we talk about the word relationship, the whole thing it means is a connection. Relationship means connectedness. And when we talk about connectedness, it's more at an emotional level. So we are connected with different people in different degrees. All relationships have different degrees of intimacy and knowing. Some relationships are quite casual, Some relationships are like hi-hello relations, what you call. They are casual relationships. Then some relationships you can call as transactional. Transactional meaning, because you have work, the person has work, so there's a transaction in some way going on. If you go to the bank, you will greet other people, they'll do some work for you, they're getting a salary for that. Or you have workers coming in your home and do work for you. So you have a transactional relationship where there's an exchange going on, but there's a money and service exchange going on. That's transactional. The reason I'm mentioning the different degrees of relationship, because one needs to understand how much energy and how to deal with these different types of relationships that we have. We often are very confused in our minds, and we think every relationship, we keep them at par. We get over-involved with sometimes trivial relationships and trying to understand them, and sometimes we neglect very important relationships. So transactional and casual are two types of relationships. Others are intimate relationships. With friends also you have different degrees of relations. All friends are not the same. You will have some friends that you know that you're just going, you may even call them fair weather friends. Go for an outing, you will call them. There are some friends you know when you're down and low, you know that you can call them. Yeah, so there are different types of friends, and you know that who will stand by you in different times. So that is a different intimacy level that you share with them. Even with your own family. You may be very close to certain members of the family, not very close to some members. So you need to understand these things. When we talk about nurturing, the whole idea of nurturing is nourishing. When you nourish yourself, which means you feed yourself, so then you are giving yourself energy, vitality from the food that you eat. When we talk about nurturing relationships, it's about this vitality, giving something, nourishment to a relationship. You all are doing a good job with your own selves. Now how are you doing it with the different types of people that you are interacting with? Everybody, be it a casual, transactional or an intimate relationship, what is it that you take into the relationship? Whenever we talk about relationship, it's always, there is two sides to it. So there is the other person and there is you. So what is it that you are bringing there? Are you a giver? Are you a taker? What is your attitude in the relationship? Mutual understanding and satisfaction.
It not be only a giver and a taker. It did not go beyond that.
Like where? You answer your own question. The fact that you are saying can it not go, it means that you think maybe it can.
It can.
Right? Everything is not about give and take. Yeah? And it is not, when I'm saying giving and taking, suppose if I'm giving a talk. Okay, I'm giving a talk. It doesn't mean I'm not taking anything. Yeah? If you are taking something, doesn't mean you're not giving anything. Your presence itself is giving something. If there was nobody coming here, would there be a lecture?
Sharing and giving.
That's true.
For somebody. When you relate to a person, you feel the person has the same likes, dislikes, same taste like you. See, relationship means mateship. You retry the mateship back, you create a relationship.
Right.
Often you try to bring it back when you relate to things.
Okay. Yeah, what is the thought that we were sharing?
Ultimately, we get the satisfaction.
When you
When you give something to others, we ourselves get the satisfaction. And itself is a benefit for you. So both sides are covered.
Right. Every person is a giver and a taker. It's not that you're only taking, it's not that you're only giving. You are giving and you're taking simultaneously. Sometimes external roles may impose you into like giving. I'm giving a lecture or I'm taking some information. But that, as I told you, you can't restrict yourself to that identity. That is a very limited identity. If I think that I'm giving, it becomes very egoistic stance. It means that I know it, you don't know anything, and I'm asking you something. The idea is not that. The idea is that you already have enough knowledge within yourself. Right? When you listen to somebody, it's reinforcement of those ideas. When you come to the help library and you pull out certain books for your own reference, very often what happens is that you may be knowing those things already. It's just that you read it, present it in a different way, so it triggers certain ideas in your mind. So when you're listening to any speaker, not only me, others also, you may be already knowing the same things, but certain things appeal to you in a certain way. So maybe they remain in your mind.
A relationship could also be expectation in this benefit or what you want from you. What are you getting on value addition or worth? What is the relationship all about? Wife, like, what is it all about? Friends in the office, or boss and subordinate? What are you getting?
Right. We form relationships because we are not isolated creatures. Human beings are social animals. We need to connect with people. We are not an island. We can't hold our own. We may seek solitude, that's a different thing. We may like solitary pursuits. I like to go to the temple alone. I like to read my book alone. I like to listen to my radio. I don't like anybody around me at that time. But even if you seek solitude, you like the idea of people in your background. All of you experience that, right? If you have to be just by yourself and kept in an isolated cell, even if you have given the best luxuries, then you will totally get lonely, frustrated, and worst come worst, suicidal.